Are we going to be? Got it. All right, and let me just make some adjustments here. So again, and here we go. We got that, and we got this going on. I believe everyone should be able to see my screen, and I'm hoping you can see FX Street because that is what I'm trying to show you guys. Give me a moment while I do this here. That's not what I wanted. All right, give me a moment, ladies and gentlemen, as I begin to make some adjustments on this screen. Oh, hold up. There we go. There we go. All right, so thank you for responding. I do appreciate that. Again, this is a call, BYOB HFX Simplified. And as you are currently logging on, please put where you are calling from and your affirmations so we can get started. I'm excited because this is a call where you see how to make money in minutes. Yes, I said it, make money in minutes. That's what HFX is all about, being able to make money in minutes. There's a lot of different ways we can make money, but for this call, you'll be able to see that. All right. So before we get started, let me just go through this chat to see who is on the call with us tonight. All right, and then go making sure everybody have their affirmations. But I do want to say before we get started, ladies and gentlemen, please have your laptops in front of you. Again, this call is about making money in minutes using the BYOB cash out strategy because we are going to cash out tonight. And I'm excited about that. So I am going to address a few people that I see here on the chat. We have Jacksonville, we have Orlando, we have Cleveland, Ohio, we have Minnesota, and we have Chattanooga in the house. Welcome, welcome, welcome to the call. And again, please put in the chat where you're calling from and your affirmations so I can address you as you are logging on and as we are getting started, all right? All right, affirmations are important, but also let me know, where are you calling from? All right, so before we go into all of that, let's also begin. Let's begin our own affirmations. You know, when it comes to the BYOB, we have our own affirmations, all right? And the affirmations that the Be Your Own Bank movement have is, I am a master trader. I am the signal. I am 777. I profit on all my trades. And if always, like I like to also add in there, I am a bold, confident, educated BYOB master trader, anointed for wealth on my trades and in profit. All right. A few more people in Minneapolis, Milwaukee, Cleveland again. That is right. Welcome to the call. Welcome to the call. So let's get started, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get started with our Be Our Own Bank cash out strategy. We're going to start with that before we go into everything else that's going on this evening. So again, if you missed anything I said, I am going to let you know to please have your laptops ready. Be able, I want you to, everybody to be set up and ready. I hope your broker is set up, but if it's not, use your demo account when it comes to your broker, because tonight is a night where we will be cashing out all together and using the strategies and everything else that we have been learning these past few weeks on what needs to be done. So first and foremost, like I said before, let's go over here and go over the BYOB cash out strategy. Let me start here. Let me just open this up a little bit so you guys can see what's going on. Welcome again, Cleveland. Welcome to the call. All right, let's see. This is 3 minutes, CAT, JPY. Okay, let's see what's going on here. Let me just open this up This is for a sell. I'm gonna come over here for a buy. And we can go over the cash out strategy, ladies and gentlemen. All right, and let's see. So let's talk about recognizing and using the BYOB cash out strategy when you are trading. All right, so when you are trading the BYOB cash out strategy and we are looking for a buy, okay? If we are looking for a buy, we have three indicators that we look at. We have the stochastic, we have the Higanashi candle, and we have the P-star, also known as the parabolic end stop, all right? So for a buy, what we always want to do is we want to look at the stochastic and we want to make sure that the blue line crosses the red at or near the 20. And as always, I always say, if you look over here, you see the 20 mark over there, and you want to make sure that it is at or near the 20. In an upward, you want to make sure that it's going in an upward momentum as it is going up. All right. Also, next thing we want to look at is the Higanashi candle. Let's make sure that Higanashi candle is green. All right, but not just green. And let me zoom in here a little bit. Not just green, but we want to be green with a flat bottom. That's what you want to look for. Green candle with a flat bottom, no wicks. And you also want to make sure that the P-star is at the bottom of the candle, all right? At the bottom, as you can see. Also known as these dots. They look like dots to us, and we have the dots underneath the candle. So that is what we're looking at. We're looking for, again, blue line across the red, going in an upward momentum. You have the P-star at the bottom, which are these dots, and you have the first flat candle, which is green, and that is what we're looking for when it comes to a buy. And for visual, I also want to put a line here. Oh, that is the wrong line. My apologies on that one. We want to make sure that we put vertical line. All right, we're gonna put a vertical line tonight, ladies and gentlemen, and we're gonna put a line right here because this is the first flat candle. All right, if you look here, you got a first flat candle, no wick, and I'm gonna put that green so we know that that is a buy. We have the blue line crosses the red and an upward momentum, flat candle, P-star at the bottom. All right, next thing you want to look for, if you are looking for a sale, okay? If you're looking for a sale, what am I supposed to do looking for a sale? So for a sale, you want to make sure that we have the stochastic at or near the 80, right? And this is the 80 range. You look over here, ladies and gentlemen, you see 80 over here. All right, so we want to make sure that the stochastic is at or near the 80, but not just so much of at or near the 80. We also want to make sure that it's in a downward momentum right here. As you see, it is going down. That is what we're looking for. And then when we look at the top, we want to make sure, and let me zoom in a little bit more here. You want to make sure that you have a red candle, the first flat red candle, all right? And that candle, if we go over here, we have the first flat red candle here, but the P-star also have to flip, but the P-star didn't flip to down over here. So you want to make sure you have a flat top, the stochastic is at or near the 80 in a downward momentum, blue line across the red going downward. So the P-star is not so always over here, but if you look at it to here, we have it here. So as you can see, this has been going down for a while, but we're going to keep it right here. We're going to keep it there. This is where the first flat candle is. I'm going to make this red, but I'm also going to move this over because the P-star have not flipped until it got right here. There it is. All right. So blue line across the red and the downward momentum at or near the 80. So it was here and it's been going down, but we didn't get our first flat candle with the P-star flip until we got right here. All right. So that's the first part of the strategy. All right. When it comes to the BYOB cash out strategy, there's two parts to the strategy that I like to use when it comes to HFX. And this is the first part. Now, we want to make sure that everything is still confluent. Everything is still going in the same direction. So what we're going to do, I start, for me, this is my own personal preference. I like to start at 3 minutes. You may like to start at 5 minutes when it comes to your trading for HFX. but I'm going to drop down to 1 minute for time frame confluence just to see if everything is still flowing the correct way, right? Everything still has to be in line in a buy. Everything still has to be aligned in a sell. And if things are not going in the same direction for a buy or a sell, then you just have to abort and just wait until everything line up correctly. So let's see what we got going on here. For a buy, we still have the candle, which is green. Let me move it over. That's actually a wick at the top and the bottom of that candle. And you also have the P star at the bottom, but let me move this over. Right here, all right, the blue line crossed the red here and is going in upward momentum. So in this case, because we have a wick going in and out on the bottom of that one, I actually would wait before I would get into the trade because I want to see how things are going to go. Please, mics, I do appreciate that. So I will wait before I even get into that one. The good thing about that is it's HFX, so you don't have to wait too long, but you want to make sure that the candle has no wick, so you have a better chance of profiting. And as you can see, the next candle is a flat bottom and it does not have a wick, so you don't have to wait too long. So let me move over to a sell, okay? When it comes to a sell, we want to make sure everything is still confluent for the sell. And when we look at the sale, everything looked like it's confluent. We have a red candle, the piece are flipped, but on the same, did I move it over too much? I believe I did. Okay. Same thing applies here. We have the stochastic going in a downward momentum. Blue line crossed the red up here, still going down, which is a great thing. It's a good thing. But when we look at this candle, I believe this one has a wick as well. Let me move that over one. It does. But if you look at the next two candles, it don't have a wick. So again, I will wait before I get into this trade. I would not jump into this trade. I will wait until the next candle happens to see what is going on before you continue to jump into this trade. You want to make sure you don't get any wicks, ladies and gentlemen, because when you have wicks, that means there are things still going on and it's not sure which way that it want to continue or what it wants to do. So you always just want to wait until the next candle. So for both of these, I would just wait to see what's going to happen next before I get into this trade. There's really no need for me to go to the 15-minute just because I would not get into either one of these trades at this present time. I would wait to see what's going to happen. Because you want to make sure it's confluent on the first part of the strategy. And once it's confluent on the first part, it has to be confluent on the second part in order for you to get into that trade. And if it's not, you just have to wait. Again, the great thing about HFX, we make money in minutes. We don't have to wait that long. So you only got to wait about a minute or two or so to see what's going to happen next. But there is some good things about it. At least the PSAR is still flipped. At least the stochastic is still going in the right direction. So it was letting you know that that next candle will be coming up soon. But at that present time, it would not be a good time to get in. You just have to wait a little bit longer. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, I want to also, let's move this call over. And again, for anybody who just joined us, please, if you have any questions, put them in the chat, okay? I'll be more than happy to answer your questions in the chat as we are going over this training. And at the same time, when we decide to jump into profit on our calls tonight. All right, so again, utilize the chat, keep your mics muted, and we will continue as we go on. So, ladies and gentlemen, as we all do, we do it on the morning calls, and I'm also going to do it on my calls too, because when you are currently trading, you want to make sure that you are in a good space. And when I mean in a good space, you want to make sure you check the news, all right? Now, I check, or not say I, but we all check two news that we check. We check Forex factoring. So we're going to look at that first. And as I check Forex factory, with today being the 18th, make sure your date is always correct because sometimes you probably didn't set everything up correctly. So always just double check to make sure you're on the right day, which is today's date. But as of right now, it is 9:16 p.m. And as I look down here, you have AUD, we have some red candles, I mean, not candles, but folders, ladies and gentlemen. I'm so used to saying candles when everything goes. We have red folders, ladies and gentlemen, talking about employment change and unemployment rate coming up at 9:30. All right. So we want to be mindful is what I'm going to say of AUD pairs because of these red folders that we have. We want to be mindful of what's going on with those pairs. So let me come over to FX Street. FX Street. Let's see, when we come here as well, as you can see, and again, today is Wednesday. Look at them. They are already ready for Thursday. Well, today is Wednesday. Again, we got news in 13 minutes. Again, we still have the same two red, well, this was not folders, but it definitely tell you that it would impact in these two. And for the same reason, for the same thing. So they're both lining up as far as the news, but as you can see, they'll be talking about quite a few things. All right. And you always want to check both because sometimes one have more information than the other. And then you just want to make sure they're in sync. So we're going to be mindful of everything AUD. And because it's red, we might have a lot of things going on for a sale when it comes to AUD. But what I will say is we can see what's going to happen with AUD pairs, but I'm going to be very cautious, I should say, when trading them pairs because you don't know which way the market is going to go. And again, when it's the news, you want to be careful and you don't want to be stuck into something. It can be going in a sale 1 minute and then it can just turn around and just go into a buy. So we're going to be very careful with that. Okay. So I want to close those two out because now that we know what's going on when it comes to our news. And this is the next thing that I want to address right here. And I thought, and I must have, oh, here we go. All right. So let's come to IM.center. All right. Let's move on to IM.center. When you come to IM.center, all right, you will click on strategies and it looked like I did that already. So let me go back one for the people who is not 100% sure. When you go to IM.center, okay, you want to click on strategies. And when you click on strategies, all right, sometimes you get a pop-up box here, but what I did was I always exit out and I have it where I don't need to be reminded anymore. There's a box for that if you want to click on there. And then you just scroll down to HFX. And you have all three strategies that you can click on. Again, whichever one is the best preference for you. I like the hourglass, so I click on that. And I'm already here, so there's no need for me to click on it twice. But when you do click on it, it does give you this, and then you click on hourglass again. Then that brings me here. So, all right. Again, if you have questions, please put them in the chat. And let's see. Let me go over this for a few seconds. Now, we just went over the news, right? We just went over the news, and it did not look like it was going to be the best news because we had our red folders that was going on. So when you look over here, okay, the news is at 9:30, all right, which is going to be in 10 minutes. You have a lot of AUD pairs, all right, quite a few AUDs that popped up over here. And actually, I just want to refresh. Let me just make sure. So let me just refresh everything as well. And if you're not familiar with hourglass, you know, we come over here to hourglass, and what we normally do is come over here. Okay, I don't know if that was new or old. That's weird. Okay, all right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, always refresh. This is always refresh your screen to make sure you get the latest of what's going on. Okay, so as I come over here and I refresh my screen, we have USD JPY, you have Euro USD, and you have Euro JPY and Euro CAD, which are almost, I want to say, almost the most popular ones around this time. But this is what we do, and I believe I have USD. I do. USD JPY we have over here. So I've already marked it up if it did not change. I don't know if that's the latest one, but normally what I do is I come over here. I have, I take the entry point over here. You can take either or, which one? You take an entry point and then you bring it over to the vibrato and then you plug it in here for your entry. And that's what I did. I clicked on the tools that we have here. I clicked on the horizontal tool. And once the horizontal tool is up, you go here to the gear and you type in what the entry points are. And this is one that I did earlier, literally like maybe 5 minutes before the call. So I marked it here, and I do that just to see, you know, how things are going to work when it's come to trading. All right. So that's one thing we do. And that's how we use the hourglass. We come over here 2 minutes ago, 7 minutes ago, however minutes ago, 2 minutes ago, you take the entry points and you bring everything back to the vibrata. That's what we do. All right. Another thing that we do when it comes to our tools, because you want to make sure you utilize the tools. Over here, now, normally it's Wednesday, okay? And let me just tell y'all about my vibrata, because I don't know about your vibrata, but let me just tell you about my vibrata. My vibrata, you know, I thought we were friends, and sometimes it wants to be my friend, then sometimes it don't. So we're trying to work on our relationship, but I don't have anything over here, and it could be my vibrata, or it could be, you know, nothing coming up. But anyhow, we do get alerts over here. So I make sure everything is on a 5 minute. You see how you have M5, 5 minute. I don't know none of these because this is an HFX call. So everything is 5 minutes. You use the alerts over here and you do the same exact thing. You put your horizontal line, you go over here to the gear and you type in the points and utilize it that way and analyze the chart to see if it's going to go in your favor for a buy or a sale. Those are two tools that we use. Another tool that we use that I've talked about as well is the HFX app. If you have the app on your phone, you're also able to utilize that and do the same thing with the app on your phone. All right. You go to the app on your phone, and I'm going to the app right now, right as we speak, to see if we have anything new. And also too, the app comes with the Elite Pack. All right. So if you have the Elite Pack, it should also come with that. And if you don't have the Elite Pack, then I believe it is something that you have to add on. I don't have anything current on here. So we're just going to go with what we have and we're going to keep it moving. All right. So those are the tools that we use when it comes to HFX. We want to make sure that we go to our alerts when we use these. And again, you can use Hourglass, you can use Liberty. And I forgot what the other one was, just that quick. What is it? Liberty and Freedom. You can use those alerts as well and then bring everything back to the vibrata. All right, ladies and gentlemen. So those are how you use the tools. That is the BYOB cash out strategy. So let's go into the market. Let's see what we can look at today on the broker to see what we can cash out on. So again, I hope you have your laptops ready. And even though I know there's news coming up, okay? So listen, there's news coming up. The news don't look like they may be the best news that everyone is looking for. So we're just going to see what's going to happen in the market. If the market is moving for us to get into the trade, then that is what we're going to do. I have a few of these up. I haven't marked all of them up just yet, but I am definitely curious on what is going to happen in the market when it comes to these pairs. Also, I have an AUD NZD up because AUD right now is in the news. I am very curious to see how the market is going to move on that. If it moves in any direction, that's why I have this one up, because I want to see, and I want you guys to see as well, is there going to be any type of movement on this AUD NZD? So let's go to the broker. Let's go to the broker, ladies and gentlemen. And again, if you are still with me and you also want to make some money and cash out tonight, everybody put a 777 in the chat to see if you are with me, and we will get some trades going on, and we hoping that some things are popping, even though the news is going on. An AUD is not the only pair. There are other pairs. So we are going to cash out tonight. The market is going to be moving for us, and let's get started. So Everybody, this is Pocket Option. This is the broker that we are currently using. You can use whatever broker you think fits your fancy. We do not suggest brokers, but we use this one. I like to use this one because we have a free demo. Not all brokers have free demo. So this one does have a free demo. So you can go to Pocket Option, create a demo account, and get your account ready. But let me just go over a few things on here so you know what button to press. We have the red button, that is a put. So you may hear me say, you know, so as far as get into a trade for a put is the red button. The green button we have for a call. All right. Normally it is a buy or a sell when we're talking about regular trading. But when we're talking about HFX, we are talking about a call and we are talking about a put. Also, too, depending on how you're trading, and I know Miss Anderson talked about that compounding sheet. So depending on what your goal is for the day, this is what you can start your trade out with. Every trade is here is your amount. Follow the compounding sheet and be able to grow that account. And then you can put that dollar amount here, whatever you're doing as far as your money goes and how you're building your account. This is where you put the dollar amount here. And this is our time frame. All right. So whichever fits your fancy, you know, whichever is your sweet spot when it comes to your time frame. You might want to click on the flag. You might want to do an expired time frame, or you might not. You might want to do a time frame that give you less than a minute or a little bit more than a minute. Again, we all have a sweet spot when it comes to trading. We do different things, so that's important. Another thing I want to point out too, because we might be looking at several different pairs tonight. So when you pick your pair, and again, this goes along with your compounding sheet and what you're doing for your account. So when you click on the pair, you can click on whatever pair, you know, that has some momentum, or you may have a favorite pair, however the case may be, but each pair has a percentage, as you can see. And this is percentage is your profit. So if you're going in with $20 or more or less, 70%, 50%, whatever pair you're going to be is going to be your profit. So this is how you get to your pairs, and that's what we'll be using tonight. So I just want to let you know that, so you know how to get to the pair when there a trade set up and is ready to go. So we are ready to go, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see what's going on in the market. It is 9:29. Things might be going a little crazy at 9:30, but we'll see. We'll see. It's a little different, you know. Well, I ain't gonna say a little different, but I know we're used to seeing this in the morning. You know, we have a lot of speeches and things like that in the morning, but things do happen at night, you know, things do happen at night. So I do have this marked up already, ladies and gentlemen, our support and resistance lines, as we always talk about. This was a buy and a sale from, I got this from the I'm about to say the 1 hour. I got this from Hourglass. So we'll see what's going to happen on this one, but right now, nothing is quite ready or set up for us to get into a trade when it comes to this particular pair. So we're going to, again, this is kind of something we'll put on our watch list. You know how we talk about a watch list? So I'm going to hold off a little bit and see what's going to happen on that. Let's check out this pair. Let's see if we got anything going on here. And we don't have much going on here, but I am going to put a support and resistance line here. Again, when you put your line here, you want to make sure you always have 3 or more touches. So nothing is lining up here at this present time either on this particular one. So I'm going to come back to this one. Again, we're going to just leave this on our watch list. Come on, because we're going to be making some money tonight. We're going to make money tonight. We're going to be bold. We're going to be confident. And we're going to jump into this market, because I know some of you guys is like, I don't know if you want to pull the trigger. We're going to pull the trigger today, ladies and gentlemen. Pull the trigger, as Miss Anderson would always teach in the beginner's class. Oh, wow. How far down am I? Let's see. I didn't know that I was that. Am I all? It didn't move me. Hold on. Let me move on. All the way over. Okay, I didn't know it was that far over. All right, so wow. Wow, that had a huge drop right there, but it's okay. All right, we're gonna put a line right here. We're gonna put a support and resistance line right here. Again, 3 or more touches when it comes to your support and resistance line. As you can see though, let me point some other stuff out why this one is almost ready for us. But I do want to just do something here, put some lines here, and just take a closer look at how this is going to go. Far as lining up go, blue line across the red, it's in the middle, it's going up in the upward momentum. We're in a 3-minute time frame. I just like, before I do anything with this, we're gonna wait until it breaks this line here. Reason why I'm doing that, because if you look left, don't forget to always look left, ladies and gentlemen, it hasn't really did much between these lines. So I want to wait for it completely to break this line. And then once it breaks this line, then I'll be ready to look at that to see if we're able to get into that particular trade there. So let me just let me make this a different color. So it'd be fun and easy to see on our eyes. It does have the potential to go up here, but we'll see. We'll see. I'm not going to go too far. On the 1 minute, it looked like, everything is flowing. But again, I need it for it to completely break this line here, this resistance line, before we get into that trade, because it's been doing a whole, it pretty much to me been bouncing from these two. So we're going to wait and see what's going to happen and come back. But let me put the countdown on here. Countdown to close. All right, let me put the countdown on all of them actually. Oh, wait, hold up, wait a minute. Let me put some boom in it. Yeah, remember that song? Hold on, wait a minute. Let's see what's going on with Euro USD. Hold on there. It looks like you might want to do something. Let's drop down to the 1. Okay. This one here, it looked like you want to do a little bit, but what I like to be cautious about is it stopping right here before we hit this line. That's on a 1 minute. 3. All right. Okay. And this, we might end up with something with this, but not at this present time. Not right now. So I also too want to say, ladies and gentlemen, if you guys see a pair, because this is a profit call, okay? So if you see a pair, do you see something that we can look at, that we can get into, that I probably didn't see or get into, or however, please put it in the chat. I have no problems looking at that particular pair to see if it's something that we can get into. But this one, it looks good so far, or I should say getting there. Oh, well, we'll see. Here, look at that there. All right, let's go to another one. Oh, shoot, let's see, Euro USD. It definitely broke my first line here. Let's drop down to 1 minute. And look at there. Okay, all right, see, yeah, I'm just gonna put a line there. I'm actually gonna put this one in white. That, it was giving me a little hope. It was giving me a little hope. But not looking like that on the 1 minute. No. Again, we'll just come back. We'll come back. This one looking like it want to do something. As I mentioned before, I like for this one to really surpass not the wick, but the candle itself. Past, oh, look at there. Okay, hold on a minute. Hold on, wait a minute. Hold on, let's see what this next candle on the 1 minute. Let's look at what we're gonna do on this 3. We got a few more seconds. Let's see what's gonna happen. All right, there it is. Now that's what I like to see. The only thing is, let's see. Let's drop down to 1 minute. All right. We still good on the 1. Okay. And let me put one more line here. And let's see where we at right here. All right, so this one, we got 2 minutes and some seconds left and 22 seconds on that. Well, let me go to the broker. Let's go to the broker. That was CAD JPY. All right, ladies and gentlemen. For me, I like expired timeframes. I'm not sure what your sweet spot is when it comes to your trading, but let's see what is going to happen. Right now, it's 1 minute and some seconds left on this candle. So, oh, wait. Sorry, my apology there. I was on the wrong one. Okay. Okay. All right. And because we're looking at this one, another tip, like I always say, I'm going to move this one closer to the broker. You know, now I know I have some super scalpers on here. So some people may see this and jump right into it. Again, we all have different trading styles. You might not even like the 3 minute, you might not like the 1. Your sweet spot might be the 5 minute. You know, that might be where you are. That might be a spot that you like, okay? But I'm gonna zoom in here. And what we don't wanna see is a short candle. You don't wanna see that. All right, that psyched us out, but that's okay. That ain't the only pair. All right, let's keep on moving down my list. It is officially 9:38. UJ, okay. UJ drop down to 1 minute. Ladies and gentlemen, just so you know, I'm not sure if you're able to hear the loud music that's playing outside, but just please ignore it if you can hear it. Someone is having a good time out there. Let me put in a support and resistance line here because I feel like this is going to go up a little bit more there. Again, 3 touches or more is where you want to put your support and resistance line. This one, look, oh, we're on a 1 minute. Okay, we're on a 3. Okay, this one look like we may be able to work with this one. Let me go back to our broker. USD JPY. All right, we got 2 minutes and some change left on there. Let's go back here. Let me move this to the front. Count down to close. All right. I don't like this being short. Let me drop down to the 1 minute. That is just as small. All right. Okay. So this don't want to be our friend tonight either. All right. So we had a few. Okay. All right. Let's see what you're. Let's see what EJ doing. Also known as Euro JPY. You know, I like to look at these people as my peoples. So, you know, we give them nicknames. You know how you give everybody a nickname, whether you know their name or not, you still give people nicknames. Ain't that something? But let's actually just go back to the hourglass too. I want to see did anything pop up for, and let me refresh this. Let's see if anything pop up for EJ. All right. 6 minutes. 6 minutes ago, we had something for EJ. Let's see, 632. 632 for a sale. Oh, I could just use this one. Oh, no, I got 2. 63. Oh, look at there. I'm at 634. Okay, 632. Click OK, and that was for a sale. You know, I like to put them red for a sale. Okay, this was this was my actual support line, but I'm going to move it. We're just going to move it up a little bit here. This is for a sale, ladies and gentlemen. So let's see what's going to happen with that. I want to drop down to the 1. It is definitely resisting on this line here, as you can see. And we here at the 3. All right, so we're just gonna come back. We're gonna come back and see what's gonna happen with that one. All right, so let's go to the next pair, Euro NZD. All right, let's see if we're gonna be friends tonight. Okay, this one. All right, ladies. Oh, shoot, hold on. Hold on there. Let me, oh, sugar smacks. Okay, all right. We may have something. This is just flip to a buy. Let's go down to, hold on. Let me put another line here. And yeah, that's cool. I'm gonna keep that one there. Hold on. I need one more. I need one more line. One more. Oh, wow. Wow, look at that spike there. That happened up there. Okay. All right. So this, so far, it looked good on the 3 minute. All right, let's drop down. Time frame confluence on the 1. Okay. It is oversold on the 1, but let me put the countdown. We still, that's iffy. Oh, wait, that's our next new candle. All right. We go here. Now, this is what I will say. It does look great here on the 1 minute. When you already in an oversold situation on a 1 minute, it could be, oh, there it is. It could be tricky because it's already oversold. If it was not oversold and it was matching the same thing on the 3, that would be a perfect setup. But because it is doing this right here, it looked like from this one candle here, we might be hanging out at this resistant line. So we're gonna hold off and not jump into the trade on this one either. So I'm gonna put it back on the 3. And let's go to the next one. Let's look, ladies and gentlemen, listen, I made sure I'll put enough pairs up here so we can look at something, so something can pop off. But I can only say that it's probably a little slow because of what's going on in the news. We did that first. And as you can see, AUD NZD is not our friend at this particular time, not at this moment. So give me 1 second. All right. And this one, I think, is the Academy, right? Okay. All right, so let's rotate. Let's rotate. Let's go back to them real quickly, see if anything happens since the first one. And if not, then, oh, wait. Oh, that's on the 1 minute. Okay. That's on the 1. All right. We might be doing something. We got a flat candle, PSR just flipped, blue line across the red, and a downward momentum. Drop down to the 1 minute. It's doing the same thing on the 1. All right, this is CAD, JPY. Let's pull that up. All right, okay, we got 2 minutes and some seconds left on this candle. Put this on the 1. And I'm gonna push this over. And this one is this is a good setup. Never know if you got your laptops up and your broker ready, but this is a good setup right here. This is going to, let me make sure. Just hit that right there and put one more line here. Where am I? Right there. There we go. 3 or more times. Oh, well, look at there. I get so excited, ladies and gentlemen. I get so excited. Well, this was almost, this was almost ready for us. It really was. But this is what I will say. This is what I will do. I'm going to keep my markings on all of these because we may, oh, wait, hold up, wait a minute. That is in a downward momentum and that's oversold situation right there. Yeah, that's that, yeah. This particular pair right here, USD, JPY. Now, this is what I will tell you guys. All right. This is at your own risk, is what I'm going to say. When you see this oversold and it's going, you see the little blue, man, I mean, let me see if I can zoom in. You see how it's peaking up as far as the blue, the momentum. It is definitely with this candle, and this is on a 1 minute, and I'm going to the 3 minute. This is an at your risk trade. What I mean by at your risk trade, it means that you, I like to call Russian roulette. You may win, you may not win on a trade like this, because at the 3 minute, it is, as you can see, it's already overbought, and is the blue line is always the key. And if you have the blue line with the curve right here, and when you drop down to the 1 minute, again, that one candle looked great, but then look what's going on that next candle. So when you see oversold situations, when it comes to HFX, especially on the 1 minute, it might not be oversold on a 3 sometimes, but if it's oversold on a 1, because that one always feed into the 3, I would say always be careful on those before you jump into a trade, because that can change drastically, like you just seen. So if we would have jumped into the trade on this particular candle, because the momentum looked like it was going in the right way and it looked good on the 3 minute, that next 1 minute candle would have took you out, depending on when you got into the trade. So that's something you need to be very careful of. Euro USD. Okay. That one is not right either, but it surpassed this support line here, but it's underneath. It's been touching a lot on the 3 minute, as you can see here. But nothing is flipped on a 3. The PSAR did not flip. Oh, wait a minute. Yes, it did. Sorry. There are the 2 candles right there, the 2 dots. It looked good right here, but not here on this 1 minute. And this is where you will get caught up if you jumped into the trade. All right, EJ. EJ is definitely one good. Well, the good thing about EJ is it looked like it broke this red line here. Drop down to the butt. We have the P-star, but look at this stochastic right now. It looked like it might want a flat line. That's not something great. It looked good on the 1 minute. It does look good on the 1. And on the 3 is not its best. And let me put the time here. Okay, 42. So I will wait for when I was looking at this one, I will wait for the next candle to see if it's good for us to get into this trade. It looked good on a 1 minute, but this 3 minute is important, is just as important as well on the 3 minute. So I would wait. Again, I like to trade with ease. I don't want to be getting into the trade and hoping and praying to please buy, or please, I mean, not buy, use a call or a put. So, and this is a situation here. Let me drop down to the 1 minute. Okay. Let me just bring this down some. Look at that candle. All right, so, okay. All right. Let me go to the next one. Hold on. The 3 minute candle look good here. That 1 minute candle was shorter than the one before. That will make me hesitant. Again, and this is why. Okay. So any questions? Any questions on anything, ladies and gentlemen? Euro, NZD. Everything I feel like is doing the same thing. AUD, NZD. Because there was news with AUD, it don't seem like it's like slow on here. Let me go to countdown close. It feel like it's been slow basically ever since I pulled this up. And not much movement or anything on here. And that definitely could be for the news with the impact on AUD. Let's just double check everything. That was on the 1 minute. That was the one candle there. This is the only one that was a little tricky that we probably could have did something with. Only thing is I don't trust oversold activity a lot when it comes to HFX because it could be unpredictable. All right. So because we have a few minutes, any questions, comments, or testimonies? Questions, comments, or testimonies? UJ look good on the 1 and the 3. Okay, hold on. Hold on, wait a minute. Hold on, wait a minute. 25 seconds left. Let's see if it's going to surpass this line on a 3 minute. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we didn't find any good setups for us to get into a trade tonight. We had a lot of, in my case, some risky trades that we could have probably jumped in, but again, I don't like risky trades. Maybe some people like to take that risk and jump in to see what's going to happen. And if so, that's you. You know, that's part of being a scalper though. Sometimes we risk and we jump in, but I don't like to put anybody at risk when we're talking about our money and when we talk about compounding our sheets, our accounts. But out of these 6 to 7 pairs, I didn't see anything I felt that was comfortable for us to get into this trade. This one, when the call is over, because there may be some things going on, you could double check and see if anything is going on. EJ looked like when it passed this, because it looked like it may come back, do a little pullback and then go back up, but okay. Please put your questions in the chat if you have questions before we close off the call. I just want to double check to see if anything else is going to be going on. I will say, take a look at UJ after the call to see if there's going to be anything different. And let me put one more line up here. Let's put it there. Put it there. Well, right there. All right. Let's see. This has definitely decided to go there. All right. This have not broke through that. And nothing there. The only thing that I can say, looking at all of this at the moment, when we get off the call, a pair that you can continue to look at to see if it's going to continue with some movement would be UJ. From what I'm currently looking at, there may be some more movement there. Other than that, I don't see anything else from what we pulled up tonight. So, yeah. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we looked at all the pairs. It looked like we had some things that was getting ready to pop off and it decided to go the opposite way. It didn't do much of anything. But it was almost there. It was, I would say almost, it was almost there for us to be ready to get into that trade. I was really hoping that we would get something solid tonight, but we didn't have any good setups for us to go into the trade as of right now. Euro USD, I would say if you're going to continue to be trading and looking at the charts tonight, this one, I would say put that one on a watch list as well. But that's about it. I don't see anything else really close for us to, things could definitely change later. So before I end this call, I was really hoping we had some good setups to get in tonight, but that's not how it happens. So before we get this call, if anybody have any comments, questions, testimonies, please put them in the chat. And if not, I will wait a minute or so, and I will end the call if there is nothing else, unless our leadership has something that they might want to expound on tonight. All right. I will. Okay. So I don't see no questions in the chat, or nothing popped up on my end from what I can see, is what I'll say. So ladies and gentlemen, I will say thank you for joining us. Next Wednesday, let's hope something is popping off on these charts so we can jump in and make some money and continue to compound on our building our accounts, as Ms. Anderson went over the compounding sheets, which I think was amazing for FOREX and HFX. So next Wednesday, again, I will preset everything for us, go through everything and be ready to jump in and make some money when we have something going on for us. So nothing else for me tonight. You ladies and gentlemen have a great night until we meet again on next Wednesday. This will conclude the call.